This is the book of Job, chapter 40, verse 7. Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Chodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom. All right, I'm the brother Taz of War, back at you again with another lesson. And this lesson comes from this video that I had just got wind to about an hour ago, and thought it was interesting, you know, because this Edomite here, he breaks down on how we're not men as we used to be in the ancient times. All right, and he's on point. All right, because the ancient way compared to this new way was totally different. See, Esau perfectly designed this society so that the men will not be men. All right, and he did that, all right, by the ideologies that they put out here, these false philosophies. He did that by putting the woman over the man. Okay, now men become servants to their wives. You know, they change the roles, man. You know, you got a man simping just to keep his woman, you know, not to keep her in check, but just to hold on to her so so that she accepts him, when it's supposed to be the other way around. You know, Esau pushed out these unrighteous decrees, these weird lifestyles, you know, where you got men becoming transformers and moles. All right, you have the foods which they're using as a weapon against you. All right, so this world ran by E has been perfectly designed for men not to be men, and it's many other things, but the topic is about men not being men. All right, and we supposed to be warriors, man. All right, I was just thinking about how in the ancient times a man, well, a boy that becomes a young man, he would become a young man at the age of 12. You know, he would be able to drink wine at a wedding. You know, he'd be able to start getting into his profession, you know, through his father, you know, taking up his father's profession, learning the business and whatever business his father had. Or he may even enter in the army, you know, to be a warrior to defend Israel against the other nations. We had some great warriors back then, man. You know, and you know, by the age of 25, he probably have 2-3 wives, you know, women, you know, children, and he would have been well into his profession, you know, and he would have been leading on the legacy of his father's line, his lineage, you know. See, today, a boy at the age of 12, he's still a child, you know. His body is still as a child in a way, you know. His mind is not mature. He's still immature. All right, and the things that boys do today at the age of 12, all right, majority of these boys, they're not doing things that even produce this testosterone in them, you know, playing video games in the house all day, you know, and they're being constructed with this mindset of Babylon, all right, this mindset of being a simp, you know. They're taught not to raise their voices to women. Man, they teach you not to hit women. You know, they say you're not a real man if you put your hands on a woman. Well, that ain't true. All right? What you gonna say to the Most High when he demolished these women, when he destroys these women without remedy? All right? In the ancient times, if a woman got out of line, you know, his daughter, his wife, he would spit in her face. He would shame her, you know, belittle her. Shit, even if he popped the ass one time, he wasn't going off. But today, you can't do those things. Well, you can, but you risk yourself getting in trouble with the Romans, with the modern day Romans, the police. you know, and you're going to get a charge, you're going to get locked up, and then your family going to come against you. You're going to have this stigma on you, and that's because they're not allowing you to be a man. You know, there's really not a thing no more of a man being a man of his household. All right, and that's why us brothers who come to serve the Lord, who the Lord have called and have received this ministry, received this truth, received the gift of faith from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we have to gird ourselves as men. All right, and we establish order in our house, because if you fall victim to this world and this society, you're going to be destroyed. That's Micah 2:10. And let me get that real quick, because like I said, I didn't have no precepts, so I'm gonna get what'll come to my mind. Let's get that real quick. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." All right, so this is not our rest, man. Yeah, we're born and raised here, you know, from generation after generation. But the Lord is waking us up. He's given us this holy calling. All right, the scriptures in Baruch, the 4th chapter, says, "It was your mind to go astray, seek the Lord 10 times more." So while we receive this truth of the Lord, because we were called into this truth, all right, we understand that this is not our rest. We're in captivity. We're in bondage, man. We're in a land, all right, where the enemies rule over us. We're in stolen land. The Edomites conquered this land. They took it from the so-called Native American Indians, which really goes back to the tribe of Gad and Reuben. They took this land from them, and they took us the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the so-called Negroes, so-called Haitians, all right, so-called West Indians. They took us from the west coast of Africa and dragged us here in cargo slave ships, and we've been in bondage ever since. All right, and we're still slaves, man. All right, this is why you have a birth certificate, social security card. Why you subject to payment. You know, you under the rule here. You know, you got to live a certain way. You got to work for the rest of your life. You know, and you have to pay taxes. All right, you really don't own anything. And at this time that I'm speaking now, well, at this present time, Salakia, as in this present time, Esau is establishing his NWO, which means that you won't own anything, as they say, and you'll be happy. All right, because they're bringing in what they call the 4th Industrial Revolution, man, which gets into transhumanism, gene editing, humans and machines merging, artificial intelligence, and so on. All right, so let's read it again. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted." It's polluted, man. It's polluted mentally. Okay, it's polluted spiritually, because it's all worshiping Satan and these different deities, these demons, these powers on the left-hand side, all right, of the Most High, these angels that are not supposed to be worshipped. Okay, it's polluted mentally, spiritually, and even physically, man, because of the foods that you eat, and then your body itself gives out, man. All right, the body itself has ailments. Okay, you're born with ailments, and this is all because of sin. So it says, "It shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction." All right, with a sore destruction. So go look that up. Sore destruction, man. It's grievous. So let's go back to Job chapter 40 and 7, and I'm gonna play the video, and it's gonna probably be a short lesson. So let's go back to Job 40 and 7. "Gird up thou loins like a man. Gird up thou loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me." So I did a Google search on "gird up thou loins now like a man," and I wanted to see what it would say, and this is what it said. It says, "Gird up your loins like a man." It says, "Thus to tell someone to gird up their loins was to tell them to get ready for hard work or battle. It was the ancient way of saying man up." And we say that today. Man up, son. You know, you got to man up. You know, you working out, doing your exercises. It's hard trying to get them last few reps in. Man up. You know, you on the football field. You know, you running them extra laps. You doing them suicides. Man up. You know, we tell you to man up when the certain guys who fight warriors, when they're fighting, you know, in the ring, boxing, You got to, in crunch time, you got to man up. So this was the ancient way of saying what? Man up. The Lord told Job to man up. All right. We're supposed to show ourselves as men. All right. But today, all right, Esau has destroyed us as being men. He destroyed us as a nation on the whole, man. Really, it was the Lord, because he used Esau to do it. But this is why we cry out to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and pray, you know, that he bring forth the kingdom, man. So we can get back to that perfect state, that real man, all right, being a man of the Lord, man. All right, a man that can hold his household down, a man that's righteousness, man. All right, where he has wives that are in righteousness, that serves him, you know, being a true prince, you know, because we're the Israelites. That means that the men of Israel are princes of the Most High, son of the King. So it says, gird up your loins was to tell them to get ready for hard work or battle. It says it was the ancient way of saying man up. Now I can imagine, you know, King David, before they, you know, when they went to war with other nations and they was destroying them, man, you know, I can imagine the, you know, you think of 300, I can imagine the huddles they had, you know, the rallying up, you know, the rallying up, you know, man up, saying it in the Hebrew, you know, that shit get you worked up, man, you know, like my man Indio Champ. I like that guy, you know, he's a workout guy, and he got a lot of motivational speakers, you know, because in this truth, man, we got to carry ourselves as soldiers too. The scriptures say endure hardness as a soldier. So that means we're warriors, man. We're fighting through the spirit. All right, it's not physical, it's more mentally, spiritually, man. You know, you're fighting in your mind. You got to man up. You know, certain things we go through, tribulation, the hell we got to take. You know, you even got to take shit from your woman, you know, or sometimes you got to separate from your woman, and that could have been, you know, that's a woman that was your help. So therefore, in any situation, we have to what? Man up. Gird up thy loins like a man, which means to man up. All right, so real quick, I want to go into the blue letter, right? Now the word gird up, gird, right? The Hebrew word azar, it says gird, encompass, equipped, clothed, to gird on. It says be girdled, hold close clasps, gird oneself for war. Gird oneself for war. Right now we're in a war. We're in a spiritual war. So you have to gird up your mind. You have to gird up your mind, man, and prepare yourself for this spiritual fight. That's Ephesians 6 and 10. I'm gonna get that real quick. Like I said, man, I don't have no scripture, so get what come to my mind. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. So you see, so we gotta stand, all right, therefore having our loins girt about with truth. That means our minds gotta be with the pure truth, all right, through the Ruach Kodash, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, having 100% truth. It says, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod in the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. It says, praying always with all prayer and supplication in spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. All right, so yeah, that's beautiful. So going back to the word gird, azar, to bind about, girds oneself for war. All right, now let me see here. I know. Let me see something. Bear with me 1 second. I'm curious. Okay. All right. So that's basically the point. All right. Gird up your loins like a man, man. All right. Which means the man up. We read Ephesians 6 and 10 just now about how you're supposed to stand, therefore, having your mind, all right, girded with truth. All right. So what I'll do now, as I continue to walk, get to my place, play this video here, and and I'll close out, man. And I pray Yahweh Shema Shai, He allowed this lesson to be edifying. Hopefully you get something from it that builds upon your faith toward the Lord, man. All right, so without further ado, I'll play the video.
Man go from this to the average American looking like this? How has there been such a decrease in the masculinity of men? The world around us is practically built for humans and men especially to be products of the system. The foods you consume, the activities you do are doing nothing but leading to infertility and lower testosterone levels. Testosterone is basically the hormone that makes you a man. So let's go over some of the things that you need to avoid in order to reach your divine masculinity. All right, the first and most important one is you need to stop choking your fucking chicken, bro. And I understand that a lot of guys in today's world are addicted to pornography. And the reason for that being is after repetition and intense focus, our brains alter themselves so that they'll be better and more efficient at doing that activity the next time. So odds are if you got exposed to pornography at a young age, you've done it a handful of times. So every time you release your seed, your brain releases the chemical called oxytocin, which is the love hormone, which create the feelings of attachment, calmness, and security. And this chemical is released during sex. So rather than you being attached to a woman, you're creating a bond to your hand, to your phone, absolutely destroying all masculinity. So you have to start disciplining yourself and rewiring your brain to actually get attracted to a human and not just seek instant gratification.
Yeah, I gotta chime in. Scriptures say also, give not thy strength to women. The strength is talking about your mind. All right. Giving over your mind to a woman and she controlling you and having her way with you, you become a simp. But also too, it's twofold, that strength is also seed. Sometimes you have to hold back your seed, man, to actually build testosterone. A lot of athletes do it. They don't pop their woman for a while because they're building on their strength, and you don't just also too, because how today is, you don't just put your rod in everything that walks, every woman that you come by, and sow seed in her neither, man. I wouldn't advise that, because you're gonna have a lot of trouble, man. But hey, you a man, you do you. But that's just my humble wisdom, I hope to help. But we all men, all right. You don't want to put yourself in a lot of hell, man, for having babies with these unruly, unholy women, So, I just wanted to say that, because that strength, when you hold seed back, what they call it, semen retention, if you can, athletes do it, and it builds your testosterone, or sometimes men, they go take supplements, testosterone, just to build their manliness up. And I've noticed from my experience with testosterone is that it does make you more of a, it builds up and it makes you more manly. You're more aggressive, a lot more aggressive, So, I just thought to say that, throw that in there while he's speaking about the matters, and he's talked about choking your chicken, how I talked about the porn, in my humble opinion. And I just say this is my humble opinion, it's unclean. It kind of puts a dark cloud on you, man. And then, like he said, you're choking your chicken and you watching porn, you become obsessed with your hand. You become obsessed with that phone and what you can see in that phone. Apostle Paul said if you you burn, which means if you're lusting, go marry, go get you a piece of box, and go ahead and and release, man. Go get you something. Do the natural way. Go get the woman, man. Go get the woman and release, man.
And you must avoid these foods if you want to increase your testosterone levels. Canola oil, soybeans, corn oil, vegetable oil, which is in fried food. The study shows that frequently consuming polyunsaturated fats associated with significantly lower testosterone levels. 209 men showed that those who consumed the highest amounts of trans fat had 15% lower levels of testosterone. Trans fats are like frozen foods, fast food. You should never be eating.
Yeah, that's also the point too. You know, watch the foods, because Esau poisoned the foods. You know, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's perfectly designed, you know, for you to not be a man, for men not to be men, you know. And these foods, they have soy, that's, you know, which gets into a man's body and it pumps estrogen. You know, I think the plastic bottles, you have waters with plastic bottles. And just recently, I changed up my little thing with the plastic bottles of water. I put it in glass now. You know, I'm gonna say call halal la Yahweh Bashmal Shai, the water for the elders, you know, videos on health. Apostle Tahar, the elder Ayathan, his health video, gut check. You know, ever since I seen that video, it helped me a lot. And especially a few things, herbs to get as far as health. And I changed my my water now. Well, I put my water now into glass bottles. All right, no longer the plastic, especially out in the camps when it's hot. You got your water there, and the sun is beaming on your water. Your water end up getting hot and warm when you drink it, and then all of that plastic, which I believe that chemical turns into estrogen into your water, and you drinking the water. You know, so those little things help, man. We can't escape the poison, but we can, you know, help ourselves if the Lord is willing, you know, because we're not going to be perfect until Yahweh Shai changes, man. So, you know, I'm going to continue the video.
Fast food, bro, if you care about your body. And those men who consume trans fats on a regular basis had a 37% lower sperm count and a decrease in testicular volume. Excessive alcohol intake, bro. I get it, you might be a frat star. You might be in college where alcohol is all around you. Excessive alcohol intake could cause testosterone levels to plummet. So if you're in an environment in college that makes drinking very, very normalized, take a step back and realize what you're doing to your body. So
yeah, that's another good point. The alcohol, we all brothers drink alcohol. I drink alcohol, and I gotten better over the years, you know, and I'm just saying for myself, if it helps, you know. And this is my humble opinion. Every brother, you know, has their preference, but just for health wise, for me, I stopped drinking during the week. I only drink, you know, a Friday, Saturday, and it's real light, you know, because what the liquor was doing was drying me out, you know, making my legs weak, you know. When I work out and shit, it's like I'm fighting to get back in shape. I'm fighting something. But when I notice I stopped drinking during the week and I'm working out, I'm advancing in my exercises. I'm getting better and I'm seeing results, you know. So that liquor do fuck you up, man, you know, when you obsessively drink it too much, you know. But we gonna drink, you know, but if it helps, it helps. So back to the video.
Drank every day had decreased levels of testosterone by 6.8% in only 3 weeks. And then we go over to soybeans, like all this fake meat that's a new thing, all this food that they're inventing. A lot of it has soy in it, and soybeans accumulate and absorb high levels of glyphosate. And glyphosate is literally the main ingredient in Roundup. So even though soy might have protein, it has protease inhibitors that make digesting protein very difficult. So you're not even getting all the protein. It'll also make you fart. I'm not going to show this, but it also will give you gyno and excessive soy intake.
Yeah, man boobs. You got man boobs. You used to have a print in your chest like a man. Then after a while, you start gaining weight. You got fucking man boobs, man. Oh, man. You know? And, you know, I work hard, man, to just share. And I'm sharing with you, brothers, all right? You know, my experience, you know, and being an athlete, and then, you know, through the stages of your ages, as you get older, you get fat. I got fat all of a sudden, eating too much, not realizing it, started developing man boobs. And so, you know, that hurted my pride, man. You know, so I worked hard to get that shit off me, man, and I did. You know, all praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know. So
It led to infertility and erectile dysfunction. So with all this being said, take a hard look at what you're putting into your body and what you're consuming, whether that be content or food. Women are attracted to masculine men naturally. Like,
see, and he said content, because these guys today, they're feminized because of the videos they're watching, the content they're watching, what they're subscribing to, you know, what they're doing, what everybody else does. See, what we subscribe to is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because he's given us the gift of faith. And the brothers, all right, we put on that ruling class mentality, man. You know, we supposed to get back to those ancient ways. We supposed to get back to those ways that were right. All right, the way the Lord want to see us. He want us to gird our loins like a man. You know, he want us to be men. You know, so this is a video for men. You know, so that's all I got. Well, let me see the last part he said.
content or food. Women are attracted to masculine men naturally. Like for a part 2.
Yeah, women are attracted to masculine men, and that's true. You know, masculine men. You see men walking around here buff, you know, and girls drooling over him because he worked, you know, on his body and shit like that. So it's true, all right? You know, women are attracted to masculine men. But this video, I hope it helped, you know, brothers to look, gird up your loins, man, as a man. The point of this lesson is to, you know, gird up your loins like a man, which means in the Google, it says to man up. And that means to the situations that presented before us, the things we got to go through. You know, we have to walk through the straight gate, you know, which is a path of difficulty. And we got to gird our loins like a man. Ephesians 6:10 goes directly into it, man, because it's really your mind, you know. It's your mind. We're not, please don't mistake this lesson as being a tough guy. We're not tough guys, man. You know, this is all, this lesson is for the spirit, for you to, you know, get your mind strong in the Lord. Pray for the Lord for more strength. The Lord, if you pray, the Lord will increase you, man. You know, he will help. That's why we have to pray. Ephesians 6:10 on down, man. You know, so like I said, I say it again. This is not trying to be a tough guy. Don't get it mistaken. You know, this is in righteousness to gird ourselves as men. We got to be men, especially for the time that's coming. All right. You know, Jacob's trouble. We're going to get an increase from the Lord, but we still have to, you know, stomach ourselves as men, man, and not be as what these so-called men are today. They're simps. You know, we're not simps, man. We're warriors of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, or better yet, we're soldiers of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So, you know, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Recha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's elect. Shalom.